What really sucks about technology sometimes is that you can have something perfectly recorded and you love it, and then it just gets taken away. I literally I literally recorded this whole thing already. Pressed stop and the video just disappeared. So I'm not sure what happened, but take two. Take two. So now I have to say everything over again, and it's just like, what the heck? But anyway, um, welcome back to my podcast. Welcome back to my channel. It just really depends on where you are hearing this message. I am Stephanie J. I'm a writer. I love to write, and I aspire to be a speaker one day. I have a series on Amazon Kindle. No, I'm sorry. No, it's called Amazon Villa, not Kindle. It's called Amazon Villa, where I have conversations with my higher self. And for those of you who don't know what a higher self is, your higher self is the person, the version of you who already has the things that you want, is already living the life that you want to live, and is already who you want to be. And I feel like a lot of times people are not happy with their lives and are not living the way that they want to live because they don't have conversations with themselves. And I know it's like a thing where if you talk to yourself, you're seen as crazy, you're labeled as mental. And to be honest with you, I feel like it's very normal to talk to yourself, because how else will you get to know who you are? When you want to get to know somebody, you talk to them, right? Okay, so talk to yourself, really get to know yourself, really get to understand what it is that you want, so you can start heading towards that direction. The purpose of this video today is because I felt the need to share something with everybody, or the collective of whoever it is that needs to hear it is going to get this message. And I just really felt the need to share this. So like I said, I'm a writer and I do aspire to be a speaker one day. But I don't know, sometimes I feel like, I don't want to say I get stage fright, but my mind just can go just blank sometimes. I don't know how else to explain it, but my mind just goes blank sometimes. And it's like I know what I want to talk about, but how do I pull it all together to make it make sense for other people to understand? I don't know. But like I said, I have conversations with myself sometimes, and this in particular is not a conversation per se, because I'm not going back and forth, but it is something that I guess it's a message that came to me and I wrote it down. And I typically do when I'm able to, when I'm in a space where I feel safe enough to write things down, because if I don't write it down, I'm going to forget it. It's just gonna go. So I was able to write this down, and I do feel the need to share this with you all. So the tone of today's episode is feel the fear, do it anyway. So I am just going to read it directly from my journal here. And yeah, so let's begin. Will it be scary? Yes. Will it be hard? Yes. Will you find many reasons not to do it? Yes. Are you going to let that stop you from going after your dreams? Fears are normal. It is okay to be afraid of change. It's not something you're used to. And humans, most humans, like comfort. So when you're going after a big goal, it is going to feel scary because it's different. You are going to find 1,000,001 reasons not to move forward. And that feeling is normal. You only lose if you give in to the fear. So feel the fear and do it anyway. Can you imagine if everyone allowed fear to control their lives? Where would we all be? How would the world look like today? Fear is not a bad emotion. We need fear. It is part of our survival instincts. It keeps us safe from danger, but you have to know when to allow it to take control of the wheel. If your actions and reactions are mostly fear-based, how far do you believe you'll get in life? Do you think you can live the life you truly desire with fear as your pilot? I'm really, really big. I am really big on manifestation and the power of your words. Listen, your words are so powerful. You have to be very mindful of how you speak about yourself, your situations, your family, your friends, your loved ones, who, whatever it is. You have to be very mindful because let me tell you, there are things that I've talked about, and some of them I didn't even mean. Some of them I've said with conviction, some of them I didn't mean, and I've gotten every single last thing that I've spoken about. I truly believe your words are the most powerful things that you have here on earth. Your thoughts are second. Your thoughts combined with your words, excuse me, your thoughts combined with your words is the reason why you have everything that you have today. Be mindful of how you are speaking towards yourself. Be mindful of how you are speaking on your situation. Be mindful of how you're speaking on your loved ones. I'm going to go back to this now, but I wanted to throw that out there. I wholeheartedly believe excessive fear will manifest into everything you're fearful about. You are a product of what you allow to linger on your mind. My advice to when you're feeling fearful is to challenge the fear. Really think about why you're afraid. One thing we also have to remember is fear comes in different forms. It can look like anger, discomfort, procrastination. It's ultimately your responsibility to self reflect and find the root cause of any negative emotions you're feeling. They're there for a reason. Again, fear is not bad, it is necessary to have. Being fearless doesn't mean you have no fears. Being fearless means you acknowledge the fear that you're feeling and you do it anyway. Dedicate today to one thing you fear most, something that is going to challenge you but help you become a better you and take you one step closer towards your goal. I really hope that this message reaches the person, the people that it's meant to reach. I know that after I wrote that down, it really spoke to me. And I try to live by that philosophy a lot. Feeling the fear and doing it anyways, no matter what. If I'm afraid of doing something, I try to dive headfirst towards it because that's the only way to get over the fear is by doing it. But there are times when I allow different forms of fear to take over, like anger, procrastination, discomfort, and I just kind of sit in that. And sometimes I don't realize that it's fear causing me to feel those things. Fear doesn't always feel like fear. Sometimes fear feel like this makes me uncomfortable, so I don't want to do it. Or I don't feel like doing this right now. Why? It's because you're afraid. You're afraid of success or you're afraid of failing. We really have to dive deep into ourselves to really understand what's stopping us from living the life that we truly deserve. Because you're the only one stopping it. It's you. And that's why I say it's important to have conversations with yourself. It doesn't have to be elaborate conversations, but really sitting down and taking a deep dive, a deep dive, a deep dive into who you are and understanding who you are so that when certain things surface, you can deal with it head on and you can really understand what it is that you want in this world, how it is that you want to live, and also understand how powerful your words are. Because once you understand how powerful your words are, I can't speak today. Once you understand how powerful your words are, you're not going to just let anything come out of your mouth. And to be honest with you, that is easier said than done because I'm not perfect. I know how powerful my words are, and sometimes I catch myself saying some out of pocket things. And it's not super out of pocket, but Like, just out of pocket, in my opinion. Like, I shouldn't be saying those things at all. Be mindful of your thoughts, be mindful of your words, and get to know yourself. That's why it's important to date yourself. Instead of going out to date other people, date yourself first. Know what you really want. Stop running away from who you are. Stop trying to bury who you are with other people and other things. Know who you are. And that's really the only way you can really love who you are. You know that, right? How can you say you love yourself if you don't know yourself? And how can you love other people if you don't love yourself? It starts with you. So that's all I have for you today. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to have you back. Thank you for listening.